Lupe from Bruno Planning Co. I'm finally going to be sharing my planner setup for the next 6 months. So as you know, I've been using the Erin Condren Daily Duo in the 7x9, and now I'm going to be using the Erin Condren A5 Ring Agenda in the A5 size, of course, in the daily pages. So it's not a big change in terms of the pages, just the size, but it is a big change in terms of it not being a spiral and it being an agenda or this ring agenda. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I think it's going to be okay. I've been using it for a little while now since I'm doing this voiceover, and I've actually been liking it a lot. So an update will definitely come very soon. But the first thing I wanted to do to set it up is just kind of add a little something to the front of the planner. You can't customize it yet. I'm wondering if they're going to allow for that later on. So I just want to add a little personalization there with the little love to plan patch that's also from Erin Condren. And then of course you have to write your name or add a sticker with your name as one of the first things, right? So I decided to just make a little sticker decal of my name because I didn't want to go through the struggle of writing it and then not liking the way it writes. This is actually my handwriting on the sticker, so I still wrote it, but I was able to edit it till I was happy with how it was instead of just doing it on paper. And then I also wanted to personalize the vellum as well. So a lot of us know that the vellums in the ring agendas ended up just being completely blank. They didn't add kind of whatever the theme of the planner was this year. I don't know if that's something that's going to change because I know a lot of people really liked when the vellum had a design. So I just decided to add some of my sticker shop stickers. These are from my recent first year anniversary sale, and I just thought that would be really cute, and again, another little tiny personalization that I could do, especially with something that was a little bit blank. And then here what I'm going to do is just add the months to my goal page. So a lot of people use this for different reasons. I actually didn't really use this page or these pages actually the last year, and I really want to make sure I do it this year just because I think they're great pages to have for the next 6 months, and I want to make sure I use them, of course. So I just went ahead and put the months stickers on the little boxes. They do kind of seem to correlate with the colors for the months, so July to December. And what I chose to do is kind of what it's intended for because it says a goal is a dream on the top. So I'm going to be using it just to write down some of my goals for those months. I decided to do my personal goals and also my sticker shop goals on here as well. I'm not going to show you my goals that I end up coming up with because I feel like that's a little bit more personal, but I'll simply write them down in the box. So nothing too fancy there. And then here what I'm doing is I really wanted to use the calendar this year. So last year I didn't use the calendar. I just kind of referred back to my school calendar. So if you are new here, I am a teacher. So my school calendar is really important. And I wanted to put that in my daily planner along with my personal dates as well, just because I need to know when certain things are happening, like when I have school days off, when it's parent-teacher conferences, like all of this stuff really is important for me to know also in my personal life. So on these pages, I decided to use my dot markers to color code some of my no school days, institute days, birthdays in my personal life. I also have like important days in my personal life as well, just so that I can quickly glance to see, what's going on that week in school and in my personal life as well. So it's just going to be a combination. I do use the Erin Condren teacher planner, and I have my district calendar in there as well. But again, this is just a really nice place to have everything together, my personal and my work. So it worked out really well. I really liked how the Zig Dot Markers are working. If you haven't tried them before, I think you definitely should. They're a bit expensive. I'll link them down in the description, but I think they're really well worth the cost just because they're really great and really fast in terms of making kind of these color coding situations or making a quick list. And what I'm doing now is I'm just creating a key for those dots so that I know exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm just using one of the Erin Condren compliment cards that I went ahead and punched with my memory board. So since this is a standard ring agenda, it's really easy to find a punch board or kind of the correct dimensions for your punches in order to insert pages in here. Usually I have everything I use linked down in the description. So if you want to find that punch board that I use, it's called the memory or something like that. I don't know. I'll put it in the description, but usually I have a lot of the stuff that I use in the description if you ever want to know what I'm using for this particular video. And this little card ended up fitting really well. I think it's great to have a little key because there's no way I would have remembered what all of those colors were. So doing a key I think is really important. I could have also written the key on the bottom, but what I end up doing on the bottom is actually writing down some of the birthdays. I went ahead and color coded the birthdays on my calendar, but I don't know whose birthday it is that day. So I'm just going to write down kind of the number and whose birthday it is on that day. And I'm also going to do the same thing for important days. So this is more for personal birthdays. So I'm not talking about like my students' birthdays. I'll keep that in my teacher planner since that's a little bit more like a sensitive information. And I'm not going to write down these days because they're a little bit more personal since it's birthdays of like my family and things like that. So I'll keep this for another day or another time I will insert this, but I just wanted to show you what I'm going to use use these lines for, and I really liked how everything came out. Like I said before, I didn't use these pages for the last year in both sets of my daily duos, and so I was really happy to have a little bit more time to actually set up my planner versus just kind of starting it right away. So in this whole setup video, you're going to see me do kind of a lot of what I haven't done before, so it's a little bit new for me, but I didn't do a ton of setups. There isn't a lot of different pages that I want to include right now, but as I go on through the year, I will definitely add more and I'll share what I add as well. So I went ahead and did the same color coding for 2022, which is on the back. And then you also saw me use a little sticky note where I wrote down my goals. So I just quickly did a little bit of a brainstorm of what goals I wanted to include for the next 6 months. And then I'll go ahead and finalize that list later and write it down in the 6 months when I'm not filming. So here what I'm doing is, if you haven't seen this before, this is my cleaning schedule that I used for the last year, or no, sorry, for the last 6 months. And I did it in my daily duo, and I actually have a video for it as well, so I'll link it in the description. But I didn't want to have to redo it because I did it for the entire year of 2021. And so I was trying to figure out where to put it in this planner because the pages were a lot bigger and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to punch it so I can actually put it on or in the actual rings. And it didn't end up working. The pages were just way too big. So what I decided is, okay, I'm just going to trim them down a bit and try to fit them into one of the folders. And then I can just pop it in and out when I need it and when I need to plan. So that ended up working really well. And so I just went ahead and cut both of the pages to a size that was able to fit in the back of the planner, which works really well. I don't necessarily need to have this in the rings. This is something that I only look at once a week. So if I just have to take them out from the folder, that's completely fine. I don't know if it's called a folder. It's not really a folder. I don't know why I'm saying folder. It's pocket, right? So if I need to take it out of the pocket once, a week, that's completely fine. And that worked out really well. And that was something that was important for me to have in my agenda. And then now what I'm doing is I'm just going ahead and gluing my dashboard together so that I don't need to look at it. I don't use the dashboard. I haven't found a good use for it. Maybe in the future I will, but I haven't yet. So I just went ahead and did that for July. And I also use a removable glue. So if I did want to use it in the future or something, or I could just remove the glue and it's fine. And what I'm doing now is actually something that I'm also customizing and trying out for the first time. So I wanted to do this in this video because I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. So I wanted to take the time before the actual week started or the first week of July and try to figure out what I actually want to do with these pages. So if you're new to Erin Condren or you're not quite sure, or this is like your first planner with Erin Condren, the Daily Duo in the last year had the weekend days on the same page, which I absolutely loved because I don't like to kind of plan my weekend so intensely like I do during the week. I like to give myself a little bit of a break on the weekend. And so now what they did, a lot of people really wanted the Saturday and Sundays on different pages, and that is what we got, which is great. I know a lot of people are really happy about it, but for me, I really don't need it. It kind of stresses me out a little bit because I don't want to plan like Saturday on one page and then Sunday another page. It's too much space for me, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit because I don't want, like if I plan something on Saturday, I want to get it done on Saturday, but that doesn't usually happen for me. So I went ahead and created these stickers and I think they came out pretty well. I decided to have Saturday and Sunday on the left page there and then a week at a glance on the next page, which is absolutely fantastic. I don't have to use a whole other notepad for my week at a glance. I could just use it here. It worked really well. I really loved it. These stickers, I just made them white for this time because I was just practicing, but for the next weekend I actually ended up using a little bit more color with my stickers, like the Saturday and Sunday and the days of the week. I love this setup. It's really working for me, and I'm glad I tried it out this day because I ended up loving it, and I'm just going to continue to use it. I might tweak the stickers a little bit. They're not available in my sticker shop. I don't know how popular they're going to be or if they're going to be kind of worth making them and like kind of going through the process of a new project. So I'm not quite sure yet. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like. I know a lot of people like the days of the week or the days of the weekend actually on separate pages. So I don't know how popular it would be to have them on the same page. And then here I just kind of fast forwarded really quickly to my swatch pages. So I took some of the blank pages from the planner. You actually get a blank page almost every month. So after each month, there's a blank page, and some of them actually are blank on both sides. So the ones that I took were blank on both sides. Hopefully they end up offering more of these blank pages that we can insert. I would definitely love that. And these two, and I think I ended up using a third as well. I wanted to do just a marker swatch pages for these, or marker page. I'm struggling to talk here a little bit. These pages are for swatches of my highlighters and markers. I've been using my highlighters and markers a lot more, so I just wanted to make sure I have these actually in my planner. It's something that I definitely needed for a long time. I used to just use like a scratch piece of paper and like write swatches on it as I'm planning, and I'm just not going to do that anymore. So I decided to take the time and actually do swatches on the actual EC paper, and then I can just refer to these really easily every single day when I want to use a little bit more color. So I also did it for my Zig Dot markers, which look quite different than, or at least some of them I think look a little bit different than what the color shows on the like cap. So these especially I wanted to make sure I had swatches for. And then the last ones, oh no wait, sorry, there's more after this, but the Erin Condren highlighters, which are some of my favorite highlighters because of kind of their different colors. So these colors are very different to like the Mildliners or the Tombow that I'm going to show a little bit later. And I like having a variety. The blush looking one is one of my favorites. I use that one pretty much every day, and actually probably need to get a few more because today when I was using it, it was a little bit more dull. So I did swatches for those, which are really great. And then my Tombows. So I have quite a bit of Tombows, and I'm only going to be swatching the ones that I think I'll be using, which are some that are a little bit lighter, some that won't obscure like my writing underneath it. So my intention is to use them more as like highlighters. So that's why you'll see a lot of kind of light colors, and I'm only going to put, I don't know how many I ended up doing, but I'm going to do the same thing, just write down the numbers for the colors. And this is a little bit easier to look at actually because the Tombow numbers are a little bit bigger than the other ones. There we go. Those are my swatches. I just ended up putting them behind my calendar in the very front, and they're going to be really easy to just look at every day and get a little bit of inspiration for color for whatever day that I'm planning. So of course, because I'm setting up my planner for the very first time, I'm going to go ahead and plan July. So I really wanted to show this because I was a little bit hesitant about the A5 size because, you know, the pages, they are small, but I felt like I could work with them. The only thing that I was very, very hesitant about was the calendar because it's definitely smaller than the 7x9. The boxes are smaller, which means some stickers are definitely not going to fit. Some flag stickers like on these sticker sheets are not going to fit because they usually do them for the 7x9 size. Wow, my voice is like really raspy today. All right, so what was I talking about? The calendar, right? So some of the stickers are a little bit too big, and I just wanted to see how it was going to work out. And you'll see later on that it actually ends up working out really well. They are bigger, of course, or I'm sorry, the boxes are smaller, so the stickers on these sticker sheets from Erin Condren seem bigger, but they actually ended up working out really nice. You saw that the washi strips I had to cut a little bit, but the design is still there. It still looked really pretty. That light up the night sky sticker was, I didn't trim, I just put it off to the side and it worked really well. These little stickers still fit in the boxes. Some of the deco stickers like the 4th of July or the fireworks still fit really nicely. I don't like to waste a lot of my stickers, so if I cut them, I'll try to find some other use for them. So even though I cut those washi strips, I'll end up using some of those little strips that I still have left over, which is really great. And I really love using my Erin Condren like monthly stickers on these pages. So something like this flag that I'm trying to fiddle with here, I ended up just cutting part of it or cutting the back half of that flag and then just adding my own little sticker shop sticker to kind of hide that I cut it, but then also to add a little icon that ended up working really well. So if you want to cut those, even if you left it just completely straight and, you know, cut off that part, I think it's still going to work out really well. So I was definitely pretty happy that I can still use those stickers. One thing that I'm really sad about, and I think about every time I plan these months, is that Erin Condren, they don't make the same sticker sheets anymore. So like the ones that you're seeing, the big ones with all the red and the blue, those are not available anymore. Those are from different monthly edition sticker books that are already discontinued, and the only way you'll find them is like someone selling them. So I always get a little sad when I use them because I know it'll be like the last time I use them. Now the sticker books are a little bit different. They're a little bit more deco. I'm not, you know, a huge fan of the colors that they use. I think I'll show it. Maybe I use a couple of them a little bit later on in this month, but I don't know. The new sticker books I don't like as much as the previous ones. So the colors are a little bit more muted, and there isn't like a lot of kind of smaller deco stickers, which I kind of like a little bit more. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm complaining. Some of them are really cute. I'm not saying that they're not cute. It's just, it's different. So I'm a little sad about not having the other monthly sticker books. I'm gonna have to do a quick search to see if anyone else is selling them. But anyways, so I ended up doing the same thing with these birthday stickers as well. So I used some flags, and then I used just some cupcake happy birthday stickers from my sticker shop. And again, I think that came out really cute. So I'm gonna definitely try to do that for the rest of the month as well, with kind of bigger flags that don't necessarily fit in the smaller boxes. So there isn't a lot going on in July. Well, there was a lot going on in July because I had my sticker shop sale, my anniversary sale, which was a complete like unexpected success. I can't even describe how amazing it went and how busy I was for the first 2 weeks of July. I'm actually filming this. If you saw my watch, I'm filming this, what was it, on the 12th of July? I filmed this setup for like 2 weeks. So it's different days that I'm filming. But yeah, the sticker shop sale was absolutely amazing, kept me super busy, and so now I don't know what to do with my time. I have quite a bit more to do. I have to set up my classroom, which you saw me write down. I have to start curriculum planning. I'm actually teaching at a new school. I'm teaching 8th grade, so I'm really excited about that. So I still need to plan quite a bit of when I'm going to get all of that stuff done and try to relax a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put in all of these little pockets that we get. So I ended up putting some stickers in one of my sticker folders on the back page, which worked out really well. I just wasn't sure quite where to put it. So I'm putting a lot of the stickers that I use from my sticker shop a little bit more regularly, like those kind of sticky note stickers and then my weather stickers. So I ended up liking having my weather stickers in the front, and I kept testing to make sure that it wasn't too bulky. So if you do want to add things to the ring agenda on the front or the back, you just have to be careful, because if it's too bulky, then it's gonna be a little bit hard to write on the pages. So I'm keeping it a little bit bare, and I'm keeping it really minimal and just what I really, really need. I love this Inspire bookmark. It was a free gift with the teacher planners, I believe last year or 2 years ago, and I absolutely love it. And I think it's something that I just want to keep right there front and center. It ended up working really well there. I think it looks really cute because it matches the rings, and so I love keeping that kind of little inspiration, it's not necessarily a quote, but the word front and center, which is really great. All right, so that is my planner setup. I know it was a really quick video. It took me quite a few days to film this actually. Like I said, I don't add a ton of things to my planner for the year, but I think I added some of the more important things, and then I will also add whatever I need as I move forward, especially with school coming up soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some inspiration. Let me know if you have any questions. See you next week. Bye everyone.